Are you ready to make some changes? Because you know what? The only way we're going to get anywhere we want to go is when we make the desired changes in our lifestyle to get the lifestyle that we want. So when you do this, it's got so many different titles and so many people are saying so much about it. But what it really is personal development. It's how you're developing you, your psyche, your energy. Everything about you will develop in a certain way that you are thinking, that you're feeling. It's all about that. So when you are looking at personal development, you're saying, oh, well, that's just too much. It's not for me. I don't want to develop all of me. I just want to get more money. I just want to get more sales. I just want to get more recruits. When you do that, that's actually personal development. And that's what you're developing right now when you do that. And, I've been talking a lot about science lately. And I do follow science. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. I'm not any of those things above. But I do study a lot on what is personal development and what triggers everything that happens in our body. So when you look at your body, mind, and being, what happens when you can connect everything together? What happens with that when that works? Hold on. I'm going to get this up here for you. Body and mind connected. Okay. Now, I've done several other researches that I've done for these. And, the one that really fascinates me so much is how we can connect our body. Sorry, my hair's in my eyes. Our body, which is our body, and all of our organs and all this good stuff in there that makes everything work, and our brain. So when you're talking about personal development, it's what you need to do to make the changes in your life that is going to give you the lifestyle you want. So when you do this and you bring it all together, and one thing I can tell you for positive, I'm going to tell you some more, but this is just one, is don't try to beat the system. Use the proven systems that are proven to work. If you're having problems growing your sales in your business, if you're having problems getting recruits to your team, whatever it is that maybe you're having a problem with and it's just not working for you, don't try to beat the system. This is where a lot of entrepreneurs are failing to see the light, because they get the system and it's been proven and X number of people are using this system and it's working. And they get it and they start it, but they don't follow the exact steps in the way it's supposed to be done. And if you don't follow the exact steps, I know you've heard me say before, well, I tweak it to work for me. That's great, because by the time I do that, I already know what I'm doing, and I already know what the system's supposed to do, and I've already seen it in action. And it could be changing just a word or something like that makes it flow easier for me. So don't try to beat the system. When you try to beat the system and try to just pound the boogers out of it, you're not going to get anywhere. So stop it. It doesn't work that way. Okay? But use the proven system step by step as it is given to you, or as you purchased it, however it is. Use that system that way, because it's tried and tested. Like I said before, I always give you guys systems that I use myself, and they have been tried and tested by 6, 7, 8-figure earners. And when you're using something an 8-figure earner is using every day in their business, and you try to maneuver it to make it different, it's not going to work. It's not going to work the same way. Use the system you're given because it's been tried and tested to work, and you know what? It's going to work for you that way. So I encourage you to do that. So another thing is, we're going to talk about is on your personal development stream, and you're going to keep learning as you grow and as you learn. You're going to keep learning every day. Keep in mind, there's only 24 hours in a day. Only 16 of those hours, usually you're not sleeping. So you've only got 16 hours in a day. Use them to the best of your ability. Use them to grow, to learn, and to take action. If you put something off for tomorrow, tomorrow never comes, because when it comes the next day, that's today. So tomorrow never comes. Tomorrow is today. Think about it. Don't put anything off. Learn what you need to learn and learn it quickly. And I know what you're going to say. People have already said it. Well, I have to learn slow because I just can't grasp it. Well, you can grasp it if you're learning it as you're taking the action steps. This is one thing I learned a long, long time ago, is as I was growing and I was learning, and as I was succeeding in my corporate career, I had to learn things on the move as I was escalating and growing up the corporate ladder. So the more I did, the more I learned as I was growing. I learned to take the action steps as I was learning the system, as I was learning the strategy, as I was learning how to do this. I took the action steps as I was learning. And it sunk in more into my mind when I did that. So I've been teaching this for years now for people, even in my corporate world, and then on into my online world, which is where I'm at now. And I try to teach that to everybody who will listen, because it's important and it will bring success. It will bring success. There's no doubt about it. It brings success. So learn quickly and take the action steps as you're learning. Don't wait. If you keep waiting for another day to go by before you decide to put that course to work for you, to join with that group, to be in that multi-million-dollar atmosphere, before you learn to do that, learn to take the action steps and get in there. That's all I can say for that one, guys. It is a given. It works. It's personal development, and it is from the heart. And this is going to take us into the heart. Okay. In the past few months, you've heard me say, connect your heart and your brain, and get in harmony with your heart and your brain. And I keep saying that, and it was brought to my attention, thank you so much, that not everyone knows about the heart and the brain and how they're connected. So in this little tidbit here, I am going to show you, or I'm going to tell you actually, because I'm not on a PowerPoint to show you. So there is actually sensory neurons. There's two of them in your heart. There's sensory neurons that are the same sensory neurons that we have in our brain. Exact same format, the exact same positive, negative on one side, positive on the other side. These neurons are in our heart, and it was discovered some years ago. And Eckhart Tolle and Brandon, let me think of his name. But it was discovered that these sensory neurons are the same ones in our heart. So when we get in harmony with what our heart is feeling and our brain is thinking, that's when we let these emotions go together. And you do it, and you probably don't even know you're doing it. When you feel really good about something, and maybe you've had success at something, and you're just so excited, and it's just right there, and you do this, and it's just like, oh my gosh, I love this, it's beautiful. You're in connection with your heart and your brain. But when you do that deliberately, when you are a deliberate creator and you are doing this, it feels beautiful. It feels like you have this feeling that everything is just coming together. When your heart and your brain are on the same wavelength, they have a connection. Your heart and your brain are connected. They have the same neurons, and they're called sensory neurons. And there's two of them in your heart that connects with the same neurons in your brain. So, have you ever had spontaneous intuition? Sure you have. Spontaneous intuition is when you think about somebody, or you're thinking about someone, and then all of a sudden you get a call from that someone, or you get an email, or something happens and you get something from this person that you were thinking about. Has that ever happened to you? Yeah? Or maybe you get a feeling that you're supposed to go somewhere. You were thinking about, you're not thinking about anything in particular, and all of a sudden something jumps in your mind, and you think, well, I should probably go do that. And you go do that, and bam. You are there for a reason, and you don't know it until you get there. Maybe you meet that person that you're supposed to see there, or maybe you meet someone new that you're supposed to meet. It's someone that helps you. It happens to all of us. And the thing is, we don't all take it to heart. I don't want to overdo the heart word today, but we don't take it to heart that this is coming from ourselves, from something in our subconscious, in our unconscious mind, our subconscious mind, whichever one is working at the time, that is manifesting this for us. And we are all manifesting every minute of every day. So what are you manifesting right now? For me, I know that I am manifesting right now. I am manifesting this tool that I'm giving you right here, right now. And I can see that this is helping so many people. And so many people are going to take this and they're going to run with it. And you know what? I'm going to see the success because they're going to message me and show me. I already know this. I can feel it. And that's why I do these live broadcasts for you. Because I know when I do them, there's solid value, and they will give you what you need when you use it. So that's the biggest thing with the heart and the brain. These sensory neurons work together. Like I said, there's a positive and a negative depending on which side is flipping on. It's a positive or a negative. It'll flip. And it's really hard to explain that part of the neuron because unless you're a scientist, it's really hard. And I'm not a scientist. I just study this stuff like crazy because I know it's going to help me grow my business. It's going to help me grow my lifestyle, which is going to give me not just the money I want, but it's going to give me the life I want to go and to be and to have. To be able to go and get something when I want it, to be able to afford a new sofa if I want it, or whatever it is I choose to do. Maybe I want to go to the St. Lucia Islands. Maybe I want to go to Curacao. Maybe I want to go to the Bahamas. Maybe I want to go anywhere. Maybe I want to go to Maui. Maybe, you never know. I like to travel. But use this personal development systems here and definitely put it to action. Like I said, there's only 24 hours in a day, and you're only up like 16 of those hours. You have to take into consideration all the different things we do in our day. So put your blocks of time and use them wisely. Journal. Definitely journal, because you can go back. You can see your progress by what you're journaling about. I love it because I can see my progress and I can see where I fell short. That for me is very important, because if I have a day where I didn't do what I should have done, and I can see that by my journal entries, that just puts me on a path to say, you know what, I did not benefit myself that day. I did that instead of that, and I did not benefit me. If I'm not going to benefit me, I'm not benefiting my family. And that's how I look at it. So harmonize your heart and mind. Okay? Do this and learn the steps quickly. Put them into action as you're doing your steps. and use the systems and strategies that are put out there because they're going to work for you. Okay, I wish you the best, and please subscribe to our channel, and I do have some trainings for you. You'll see them right down here, and take advantage. Okay, happy day, okay?